Hello and welcome to Kedrick Builds. We are back with another episode of Satisfactory. Let's go ahead and convert everything over to the headphones and hopefully we're up and running here without any issues. Today we're going to be continuing the work on the mega base, and the big thing that we're going to do to improve this, or get it started even really, is we need to start bringing our raw resources into the base, and we're going to do that leveraging trains. Now, I have not actually played with trains at all. I know that they require a lot of power and apparently quite a bit of room. So I slapped down a station and a train just to see how this was going to work, how much room we were going to require, all of that good stuff. And now we've got kind of an idea. It's going to require, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 and some change platforms wide for a station. So it's probably best to just think of that as full 5 wide platforms that we're going to need to sort out here. And we got to figure out where this is going to come in, how this is going to work. One of the things we thought about was having these come in on the top floor here, and then bringing all the resources down to process them. I'm still thinking about that. And the other thing that I kind of got to thinking about was I set up all these foundations to see how tall we needed to be for manufacture. What I don't know is, are the walls the same size as the foundations? They are. The walls are 4 meters tall, so at least we've got that going for us. I've got all kinds of unlocks here. We went through and spent a bunch of tickets, got a lot of cool items here so that we can build a sort of cool looking base. So we'll have to focus on that here a little bit. But for today, man, I just don't know what we're going to do, where we're going to put this train. How tall is the train station as well is a great question that I should probably answer before we get too far down the line here. So let me build this up, and we'll build a few of these. Wow. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if I was going to go one tall as a roof like I normally do, is that good? That does look good. This would be too low, but 6 tall. All right, well, 6 tall it is. 2, 3. So I'm just making sure I've counted right. Counting is hard for me some days, you know. Can't win them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was only 5. I think what I'm gonna do then, and I'd started making this level just because this was high enough for a manufacturer, but because I don't know exactly what I want to do with my base, how we're gonna do it. Maybe I need to bring trains in on different levels. I don't even know. What we're gonna do is take this all down, and we're gonna make all of our levels the same height, which is gonna be 6 high, and see how that goes. I'm very nervous right now because I'm floating and I don't know how far away from the power I am. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. And then the floors go on the top of the level underneath that. Perfect. We've got it all sorted here now. So what I'm going to do is just slap down a little bit of space here so that I've got somewhere to walk around, think about our life decisions. There we go. Get this all moving. I'm going to at least finish out the first 10 paths here. That's looking pretty solid. All right, so this is tall enough to bring a train station into if we needed to. what I want to do is I want to set up a couple more of those. So let's just keep these floors going. Like I said, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then floors go on the roof of the previous level. And then let's see how far it is down to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roof of the previous level. So as you can see, we're starting to get down here to where our previous bridge was. Oh, and we just lost our power connection. That's actually not bad. We could keep the bridge. We could come up into this level instead of the base level that I'm at down here. That might work as well. Or we could actually have a level that goes a little bit further down, or maybe trains just don't come in on that level and I have a level that's at a little bit different height. I'd like to go for consistency though. That way, as we're designing the base, if I decide that I need to change some stuff around, I don't have to rework any structural things. If everything is done consistently at 6 level heights, then we should be in a good spot. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to put a floor in at 6 below this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're just going to see what that ends up looking like. That was 4. Oh, I don't have a jetpack on. That was my bad. Not paying attention here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. So, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I need 6 of these to have my normal 10s. We gotta be consistent. Sean, how you doing, man? Loving this playthrough. I am having a blast playing it, to be honest. Sometimes games like this can get repetitive or drawn out, and this game, for me, so far, has not felt like that at all. I feel like my volume is way too loud. That's what I feel like. But I feel like I've had a pretty good run here with things in Satisfactory, and I haven't gotten bored at all. We've been having a blast. Wait, I need to actually apply sound level changes. Let's see how that goes. I noticed last stream my volume was a little out of whack. And I'm just rambling now. But what I'm trying to say is that I've made it the farthest I've made it in Satisfactory yet. And I really think we're in it for the long haul. I don't see any reason why we aren't going to beat this game. Haven't felt the need to get distracted with other games or anything yet. I can't talk and fight at the same time. I'm a terrible multitasker. My wife will confirm that. Man, that guy is fast. Come on. Oh, I thought he was dying. He was just turning around to kill me. Agree, doesn't feel like it's too grindy. You last played Satisfactory around update 4 and it was just too much of a grind, lost momentum. Yeah, like, I was the same way. I played at update 4, I think I played again at update 8, and I don't know, I got overwhelmed, I felt lost, and this time around, I feel like things are just going really well. Ooh, you know what? I've got some homing ammo. I'm going to use up the little bit of homing ammo I have to take these guys out because they're fast, and I'm not doing so good. Is he dead? I think one of them's dead. Alright. We're so distracted. I was trying to build a floor, and somehow that turned into this whole war with the hogs. Alright, back up here. Did I make my floor? I did. What were we doing? We were using the chainsaw to cut down trees so that they don't bleed through my low-level flactory floor here. Flactory? Can't even talk today. My goodness, it must be Friday, right? I am so glad it's Friday. Couple more trees here. I'm gonna take down all these ones over on this side too while I'm thinking about it, just to make sure that we don't have another round of distraction, as long as we're distracted from down here on the floor of the forest. And I think this is going to be the lowest level that we do. I don't think I'm going to need to go lower than this level that we're putting in right now. Looking good. I'll take out a few more over here. I feel like I've adjusted the sound, and even though I adjusted the sound, it didn't change much on the other monitor here. I'm going to play with it for one more second. That's about there. What happens when I go back up to here? Okay, it is actually working. So I'll put that back at 60. We'll see how this is. You guys can let me know if the sound is too loud or too quiet. Some of the sounds in Satisfactory can be a bit much at times. I'm gonna just finish bringing this floor out a little ways because I want to get a sense for where we're gonna come from terrain features like this rock here. This might be a little problematic. Maybe we won't go this low. This might be a little bit too low, although now that I say that, I'm gonna deconstruct a good chunk here. But maybe this lower level is the train station and just the train station, and then all the resources immediately get piped up to the next level. That could work. So trains come in from somewhere, come right into the station, we unload, we bring the resources up to the level right above my head, and this is where we start smelting things into ingots and whatnot. So I'm gonna think about that a little bit here. I know this level at least though is high enough that I should make floors. Still undecided on what we're doing with this ramp, so I'm going to skip over it for the moment just so that we don't cause any problems for our little truck path until I can figure it out. And I want to get this all the way over to the corner so that I can, just make sure that my assumptions on this rocky terrain over here are still correct. We are good. I missed a tree when we were cutting trees down. We'll get it, don't worry. I get distracted easily, but we get there eventually. I can cut these down from the air, actually. Well, that's convenient. We'll just do that. Can I reach this one? Probably not. All right, we'll get it when we get there. And we're gonna do the same thing I usually do in the corners, which is bring down our corner pillar. That way I know where to stop building these platforms. And I'll bring this all the way down to the ground. I need to add one more under here, just for aesthetics. Looking good. What music is this? Hyper focus. Yeah, because I'm super focused. Do I have any other good tapes? Let's try this one. I haven't tried this one yet. Okay, things are starting to take shape. I am going to finish doing just a couple of quick things with the floor. If I can put myself back in zoom mode. And taking this out that way. So this is what I was worried about, and now I'm confirming it. I thought we were going to be fine on not running into this thing, but we're one platform too close to the cliff. Alright, well, we're going to let it slide for the moment. We may shorten up the whole factory here in a second. I've got to process that, and I'm so distracted today. We're going to have a hard time getting anything done if I keep seeing shiny objects and chasing after them, but I can't pass up a good Mercer Sphere. All right. Let's try and get up to the top here. And... oh, we just made it. That was stressful. Man, we're going to shorten this thing up. Well, I guess that'll solve my problem of the base being an odd size. So that would shorten us up to 36 by 50. And we will do that. And we won't run into the cliff down here. After I spent all that time to get my power poles lined up and everything too. It is what it... oh, excuse me. It is what it is, but it's always sad when you plan something out and then realize that you made a mistake pretty early on. There's my power. We'll run the power poles again here, just because working without the hover pack is pretty painful. And I'll run this down here. And let's go ahead and gank all of this stuff. Oh, I'm going to have to redo the whole corner post and everything. Well, I'd rather fix it now than have it discovered later on that we messed it all up. And, yep, we're going to just clean all of that up. That was kind of satisfying. Okay. Let's go vertical mode. Trying to keep an eye on my power range to the power pole so I don't plummet to my death or something like that again. Right on the edge of it here. And let me safely set down on top of that platform. We'll get rid of this stack here and then finish out the pillar to the ground. Oh, I did it again. Gotta remember to put the other jump pack on. Done. Alright, that's looking good. Let's see if I can get up here now. Looks good. Now we're making progress. Not vertical mode. Back to zoop. Now we're zooping. We're gonna get this whole bottom floor sorted out because I think this is, as I've thought about it now, I've let the back part of my brain that doesn't process while I'm trying to focus on things to figure out that I do want to bring the trains in on the lowest floor. And I want to just continue to have a philosophy of we're going to pipe our resources up through each level of this factory as we get to more and more advanced assemblies, for lack of a better word. So I also want to take a moment to build my corner post over here before I get too far. And... oh my goodness, I did it wrong. Alright, well I'll have to go back over there and fix that in a second. What I need to do is remove the corner post, and then we are going to put our 4-meter thing starting at that height, which I think I have to be up there to do it. Let's see if I can get up there. I did it before, but I don't know if I was this low. I don't think I was. Nope. Time to plummet to my death. We need to put some power poles down so I can hover once I get up there. Where are we going? The other way. I should just move the hub over there. That's what I should do. Do I have anything in here? I don't. Hub, you're coming with me. Because you always spawn in the hub, and I'm gonna fall off of this thing more than once, so we're trying to work a little bit smarter today. We'll jetpack on over there so we can get to a good slide position. All right. We're dangerously low on supplies without our body. Up, up, up we go. I left my scout car on the bottom of the ramp here. Would have been handy to have back at the base. Alright, we'll use this to go up to the top. We'll toss the hub down up there. That way, at least next time I die, we're right here where we're working. I want to get some more of these radar towers put down around the map, too. Those have been super handy. Alright, the hub. My man. Right there. Good deal. And my other jetpack is on my on my body, so let me just grab some more turbo fuel out of the old inventory so we can get down to that body. And we should be good to go. This is the corner that I was trying to work on too. Let me fix this while I'm up here because that's what we were trying to get up here for anyway. That way it's a 4-meter. Oh, I didn't get enough forward momentum. I'm gonna miss the edge of that platform if I'm not careful. Oh, we got plenty of fuel. Alright. Was worried for no reason. Although my inventory is painfully full at the moment. Alright, so I've got the pillar started here. And we're just going to put this in vertical mode and bring it down. And then I gotta go fix that other one before I forget because it will bug me for all eternity if I have one of these pillars off by a 1-meter platform. So we'll get down here. And, oh, it's just barely gonna go into the ground there. That's okay. So we've got that one sorted. Now we need to sort this one on the other side real quick. There's a slug inside of there that I'm gonna ignore for the moment. I've got a whole bunch of insects behind me. I can hear them. They're gonna get me. Alright, I'm trying to visually identify. Yeah, I can see it. I didn't do that right. I didn't do it how I did the other ones, at least, so. Here we go. Tearing it down. And this one needs to be torn down. And I will put in a proper 4-meter 4-meter platform. Let's see if I can get up that high with this jetpack. Nope, but I can switch. Aha! Magic. I'm gonna have to get up above it though in order to be able to set this down properly into the floor. 4-meter. And then we're in vertical zoom mode. Oh. Okay. Vertical mode. Down we go. And let's just see if I can clean these up from my hover spot. Oh, perfect. And I am going to go down here and take care of this. Oh no, please don't die. I'm glad we moved the hub, folks. Down there. I just need to run the power down the side of this thing so that we can work with the hover pack everywhere. Once we get the factory established, it won't be that big of a deal. It's just all of this back and forth, getting things going. Really? You guys are gonna hang out in my new base? Be obnoxious? And these pillars are purely aesthetics. I don't know why I'm stressing out about it so much, other than I just want to make sure that everything lines up the right way when we are getting started, so that in the future I can have a reasonable certainness that when I'm counting the floor levels or whatever we're doing, that everything was built to the same standards. And so being consistent with it and spending a little bit of extra time right now is going to hopefully make things easier for us later on. And up we go. Let's see. We're working on getting this level connected. This will be the lowest floor of the factory proper. This is the train level, as it were. All right. Nope. We need zoop mode. If I can just get on the side there. Let's take this all the way back over. And man, now that I'm looking at it, we're built over top of a cliff here. I didn't think about this at all. Interesting. Well, we're gonna have I'm not gonna redesign this again. But we're going to have a little bit of a corner in this part of the base that's just not accessible inside. That's fine. We'll live with it. Let's take this out that way. Let's grab the slug as long as I'm standing next to it. Whoops. And I felt like we'd thought this out so well before when we were laying everything out. And now that I'm down here looking at it, it's like, I really didn't think this through. Alright, 4 platforms that way? Can I squeeze a 5th in? I can. Just kind of keep inching over here around the outside of this until I figure out where the collision part's going to end. Looks like right in here is a good spot. How many more? Looks like 3 more that way. ability to judge this is poor. I'm gonna take this one up. Yeah, definitely this one. All right, we're getting there. This is the boring part of factory building, is just getting the floor down so that we can start laying out our machines and sorting out our trains and all that good stuff. Hey, Bionic, how you doing, man? I've laser focused on trying to get this base started here. I've fallen off the side of my factory a few times today. I'm gonna not put the roof on until over here. There we go. Just gonna try and close up as many of these little holes as we can while I'm down here and thinking about it. So this is gonna be the lowest point of the base. We have a little bit there that we lose because of the mountain. That's not a big deal. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, let me see. I've got too many. Oh, I've got too many windows open, and I lost my chat window again. My bad. I apologize. There we go. Okay, let me go grab a few resources. Do I have copper? Nope. What's it called? Wire? I don't have a wire getting imported into my dimensional depot anywhere, apparently. And I'm pretty sure that train stations require a fair bit of wire. So I'm going to have to jump down here. And we're going to grab some wire real quick. Maybe even get it set up to push up into the dimensional depot. We want to have a lot of resources going today because we're going to be doing a lot of building. I certainly don't want to be running out of stuff and having to run back and forth to the base a bunch of times. So as I identify a resource that I'm low on, we're going to make sure we've got the automation set up for it with a dimensional depot. So let's get that going. And copper's all down here. Our copper wire is all down here. This is coming in, coming in. I can set up a dimensional depot right here. So let's see. Organization, dimensional depot, and what am I missing? I'm missing the wire. I'm trying to dimensional depot right now. Of course I am. Yeah, the 200 wire per station. Yeah, that's probably where all my wire from my inventory ended up then. Okay. Because I'm here, let's just go ahead and update the main trunk on this. Not to let the wire flow freely. All right, we should see a large increase in the amount of wire we have available to us now. And we'll dump some of this stuff off. Man, somehow I got a ton of leaves and wood in my inventory here. I don't remember what I was doing to come by all that, but I'm going to dump that all in the chest here. See if we can keep the inventory a little bit more manageable while we're doing this construction stuff. Good deal. Do I have any hard drives that we're working on? I do have a hard drive done. What is this? Classic battery or fine concrete? Good question. Let me see if I can find my list of interesting recipes. Classic battery, so that would be, That's actually not that hard to do. Don't think it's that good of a recipe, though. I'm gonna rescan. Electromagnetic connection rod. That's a little bit more interesting. What's a normal connection rod take? Stator and a high-speed connector. Rod. There it is. It's normally a stator and an AI limiter. And this was going to have it be a high-speed connector. That's actually way worse. Or maybe not worse, but a lot more work. I don't know. I'm going to sit on that one, though. We're sitting on like a million hard drives at this moment. I should have probably just started taking recipes, but I figure it'll eventually run out of recipes and tell me that I need to start whittling the list down. We've got so many tiers unlocked, so much research done already that it's not like I'm waiting on unlocking more research in order to have more recipes available. We kind of did things backwards. I should have gotten more recipes unlocked earlier in the game, I think. Whoa. I'm gonna leave that guy there and keep working on this floor. I wanted to see about putting down a train station down here. If I look at the map, I think I could run the train like in the valley here to get to the main station. All of our iron and stuff is up here, so I was thinking I could run the train like outside around and through these valleys and then just have it, you know, stop off to go get things. I could put a train station like right on the outside of the cliff face and then just have it be kind of a hovering monorail through different areas. That would get me out into the outside of the map too. I don't really know what a good chunk of the rest of the map looks like though, so I'm hesitant to commit to a design until we've done some more exploration. But if I did come through this area, I could do some kind of a loop where I come through, loop through, I think this is all desert over here, and kind of come out and around by where our coal nodes were. There's this whole tunnel here. I think I could get a train through that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. And then our entryways into this level would be from this side or from the far side over here, which would be probably going out that way towards the trees. But, well, I guess we'll just have to keep thinking about that. In the meantime, what I want to do is get power brought down to this level, or maybe up to this level. It might be easier for me to bring some power up from down there. I can do from here to here. And then I'll just run this across. A few of these in. I guess that's good enough to start. And let's get the floor done real quick. This will all be easier to figure out once I have the whole floor down. I can start putting things down and playing around with it without just guessing, and actually get some stuff built. I find one of the major flaws I have with games like Satisfactory is that I overthink things rather than just doing things and seeing how they turn out. Because once even though I spend a lot of time thinking about it, once I start building, I almost always change my mind for one reason or another. And let's get this brought up here as far as I can, or maybe not even as far as I can, just a ways. There. Alright, floors galore. At some point we're gonna have a iron plate problem again. Oh no, not the jungle floor. Fit in the factory, please. Oh, and we already hit that limit. Okay, perfect. So now's the time to take a break from that, and we're gonna come over here and see how this train station thing works. Transportation. Train station. I just want to see how wide it is. Empty platform. Must be placed in line with another train platform. Okay. Must be placed with another train. Okay, so I have to place the train station first. It's not going to let me do anything until I have a train station placed. Let's see how this lines up. So if I put that there, yeah, it's just a little bit off size for what I would want. So I'm gonna center them on an area like that moving forward. Let's then get turned around. Now that I know I'm centering it, the problem is I don't even know how long my trains are gonna need to be. I also don't know how wide it's gonna take to turn a train track. So maybe what I'll do is we will line this up like so, and we'll play with some railways. So if I connect this to here, and I can turn to do a full 90-degree turn. What am I clipping? It's like clipping itself? Hang on. Maybe I need some space in front of the station before I turn. Here we go. Alright, to do a 90-degree turn, I need... How many tiles is that? 1, 2, 3 by 3 to do a 90-degree turn. Good to know. Let's go ahead and then get this all sorted out, because I think what I'm going to do is have a number of stations, and then they're going to turn and exit out over here. And maybe I only need one station, and some, like, I can set things up with smart splitters and filter everything out, but I feel like I'm going to be better off if I have multiple station destinations for different types of materials coming in, and I don't have to do as much filtering. I'm just worried about being able to offload trains efficiently. But I suppose it'll take them a while to go from one station and come back, so maybe it's not as big of a concern as I think. Can't seem to cut this tree down. Oh, there it is. That's where all the leaves and wood came from. I was cutting trees down. Alright, let me finish working on this. I think even if I have multiple stations, I can still have like one track in and out of the base, and then they'll just split off onto different tracks. There we go. So let me move this whole setup over a little bit. Can I build a rail that's not connected to something else right out of the gate? Let's try that. I can. Perfect. So rails are going to be centered perfectly on a tile here. And I'm just getting it lined up. Oops, what did I do? My question is does it matter which way a railway track runs? I would think not. But we're going to find out, I suppose. I need power, though. My jetpack's not working. I can't get up high enough to see what I'm doing. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way they run. Good. Burning through these iron plates rather quickly today. Oops. Okay, so if I have this running out here, we're going to keep running it down a little ways, and then it would exit out somewhere middle-ish here to head out into the world. So I'm going to have this end right perfectly at way out. 1, 2, 3. And then this should end right on a way out. Let me make sure that's lined up. Looks good. And then what we'll have is the stations all back here. So I can run this all the way down here. Building can't be nudged. Why can I lock the blueprint if I can't nudge it? Seriously. Okay. Now, the station needs to be the most forward part of this if things are coming in from that side and going out on this side. Transportation, train station. And I need to leave a full 3 to turn on to that. Right here. Can I have the next thing? So if I have a freight platform, can I have it go either way? I can. Which way do I want that? I'm going to have it go to the outside. I can run all my materials up and down on the outside of the factory. So that'd be like 2 freight cars. Man, I wish I knew how long I needed them. I guess I can always add on if I do it this way. I need to probably create a railway bar here to keep track of everything. Oh, we ran into this problem before. I can't turn right out of the train station. My bad. Let's do the curve then first. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And then I need a straight path of at least 1 platform here, I think. 2 platforms. Let's do 2 platforms and then see how this works for the train station. Train station. I don't know if it all needs to be snapped together. It probably would have been fine if I just set it down next to it, but it's our first train. We're going to make sure it's all hooked up right here. That looks pretty good. And then, oh, I can use E to shift between the parts. That's good. We're gonna do 2 like this. All right, so our first train is gonna be getting the iron and copper brought over here. So I'm gonna have 1 of each, and we're just gonna pump the ore right into it. We're gonna do all of our smelting and everything on site here. And so this is train 1. Let's go ahead and get this track run to the outside, the back side. And this leaves me, if I want to have 1 really long train later on or multiple trains coming in, I can do all that. But I'm going to keep things simple for right now. I don't want to overcomplicate my life. And we're going to just run an iron train over here and see how it works. And then, as long as I'm thinking about it, I suppose I should go up here and tear down the other one I've got and grab that train, since I have all the materials. There's really no sense in wasting them. Get rid of all of this ugliness. That way I don't get confused when we're trying to get our train up and running and I'm sending it to the wrong train station and stuff is going sideways, right? That's the kind of thing I would probably do. I need to give this thing a name. Oh, this up. Freight thing. This works like trucks, so I'm going to set that to unload. I'm going to set this to unload. And this is going to be base ore. It's the timetable tab. Oh, it's going to show how the trains are doing once I have trains. Okay. Electric locomotive. We'll start with it just before the train station, maybe. Freight car. I'm going to put 2 on here. Perfect. Now, the question is, do I need a platform for this to run on, or can I just run the monorail through the air willy-nilly? As long as it's connected to another monorail. Yeah, not so much. It's just like belts. Okay. In that case, I wish I knew if they needed to be connected to each other. If I just put them down next to each other, they're gonna auto-connect. Like, could I make a blueprint and then it'd be fine? Or am I going to be manually building this for the time being? Let's get a normal jetpack. I need to figure out where this is going anyway. So if we take this out of the base, At a minimum, we're going that way a little bit. Have I gotten this hard drive yet? I have not. Let's go grab that and stick it in the man while we're standing here. I didn't think that through. Forget normal thing. You can make a blueprint of the road, then place the rails after. That's actually not a bad idea. So I want to make it look nice if I'm going to invest all of this time in starting to lay down track all over the world. So I could put up some railings and stuff on the sides and maybe some power poles so that I can hover around when I need to. Although I guess the train is going to bring power to other destinations, right? So, ow. Oh, I ran out of bullets. My mistake. We're just bad at adventuring. Reloading. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing opened. 90 megawatts of power. That's annoying. Luckily, we're right near a major power source. Also, the rails carry power, so you can use your jetpack with just the rails. Oh. You know what? Thank you for telling me that. I'm going to go plug this train station in so that I can use the hover pack while I'm building all this, because that will be, honestly, kind of life-changing. So, hover pack. There we are. Amazing. This is going to save me a lot of hassle. I'm going to pick up the stuff on the ground before we head back up. That must be getting full now. Bad at pushing buttons. Come on, pick it up. Alright. There's some motors. Looks good. Nope. Wasted ammo now. Okay. Ah, there it is. It's connected right to the rail. I like it. Let me go plug this hard drive in while I'm thinking about it. And then we can... Well, I don't need to run all the way up there. We gotta learn to just slap down the building and get it done. Scanning. Okay, I've got power now. Let me just play with this a little bit though, so that I know what I want to do. If I hold down control, it stays straight. That's a win. And then, how wide is a train? Does a train extend beyond that? And can I drive the train even though I don't have a full loop done? Let's go play around with this. We gotta learn. drive the locomotive. The brake is on. I can drive it. I wonder what derailing a train does. That's probably bad, but will it stop at the end or will it careen out of control? I don't actually want to find out, but oh my goodness, it stops so slowly. Oh, it stops. Perfect. That makes me feel better. Yeah, so it does fit perfectly on a 1 wide. If I didn't want to do anything fancy, I could just run this around on a single platform. Let me get rid of this thing, because we don't need it. Good to know. Well, let me look at the map now. I need to get over to our iron. And I'm thinking that I want to do that by coming out and through this valley somewhere. Wish I knew what that terrain looked like over there. Alright, we're going to set out with the regular jetpack. No, do I go up there? I'm going to go up top and parachute out because the parachute will last longer. And that'll give me an aerial view of that so I know if I can get through there or not. I think I can get up to the top over here a little bit easier. Land here. Parachute. I might want to start from up there actually. The train. I could come through here and cut across. I'm just trying to orient myself with the world grid. I could bring that straight through. But this is a pretty big hill. I don't know if I'm going to get over all of that or not. I'm keeping an eye on. I'm going to land and get this hard drive. Not sure if I've gotten this one yet or not. Guess I could always look. Oh, looks like I have actually gotten this hard drive. It might make more sense, though, to take the train over a little bit farther and bring it out like kind of through this area. It's a little bit lower, and then if we're all the way over here, I could go down and get my oil or plastics and rubber materials, right? I gotta get over there and see what that's gonna look like. Where am I at in relation to all that? Not as close as I thought I was. I suppose I can do trains that go back and forth if I put an engine on the front and the back of it, right? So I don't have to have it be a loop. I feel like a loop would have been easier if I was stopping at multiple places. I'm hesitant to jump down there without a plan to get back up. Let me see here. Where should the train come through? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm over complicating this. I think we might just do a train that goes back and forth. That's what I think we might do. So let's go tear down. Let's go get set up another train station at the actual iron facility, and then we'll figure out how to connect the two of them together. We're gonna do it backwards, maybe? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna build it, and then we're gonna get the train over there, and it's not gonna be lined up the same, and it's gonna drive me nuts, but we've already got a path over here that we have the trucks coming on, and that's at a reasonable height. Is the level I'm building on higher or lower than that? I can't even remember now. But that height, I could definitely get over to the iron facility. I'm gonna get up here and take a look. Hopefully I don't have to run all the way back to sort this out. I know I've got one floor that's a little bit lower than this. Nope, we're a little bit higher than this. So let me go understand exactly how much higher than this we are. And maybe we'll just run it back with us anyway. Alright. I am... that many meters different. So that's... we're a half off there too. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to do the math on that one. We're just going to bring it back with us. Whee! Although, I wanted it to come in on the end. It doesn't need to be the same height everywhere in the world, I suppose. But if I know I'm going to bring it in on the end, I'm just going to run this track back over there right now. And we're going to circle through here. And as I get closer, we'll see the iron. So here we go. Nice straight lines. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the curves in air for the train tracks as well. So if I know it curves on a 3x3 to do a 90. Let's see, I'm trying to get over there. Maybe it's okay that it just doesn't line me up here. Maybe everything will line up perfectly for me and I won't have to worry about it. We're gonna go with don't overthink it mode. It's okay if it goes above this little island here. So 2, 3. That is my turn. I'm just going to slap all of these in here for the moment. I'm going to grab this slug as long as I'm standing here, though. Get yeeted off by a hog any second now. Hear him getting ready to charge me. Alright. Got a few trees, but nothing too abysmal. Let's, get my chainsaw back out. Welcome back, Bionic. I don't want to have to kill the bugs. I just want to... Okay, you know what? I've messed everything up. We're gonna... Oh, I'm still alive. Put the wrong jetpack on. I was trying to change things and messed up. I don't have any more. I don't have any more inhalers. Okay, well, I got the slug. We'll worry about the trees a little bit later. Oh, I can actually do this one. There we go. Let's focus on the path before I die again. Oh, is now my time? Yay, I did it! Got the achievement. I've been been watching him fly by for so long now. And every time I'm just a little too slow. Alright, cut this stuff down as long as I'm down here on the ground anyway. Now, ideally, a nice 45-degree angle would have probably looked a little bit better for the train, but it's so much easier to run things on the 90s. And what we're gonna do, we've switched modes. We're gonna run this as a two-way train. So he's just gonna run back and forth from our iron copper node. And that's gonna be our first setup here. We're gonna see how it works. I can always redo it later once we got a better understanding of how everything's supposed to function. One of these couple annoying trees. Okay, apparently not that one. Gotta get right up on these guys to cut them down. I'm heading right for a cliff there. I wish I knew how far off from the iron facility I was. Oh, it's over there. Maybe I will... Well, I was gonna say, maybe I'll make a turn, but I might actually want this to run over the back edge of my base here, just so that I can pick some materials up. Unfortunately, I'm gonna clip to the top of this tree. I think we're just going to accept our fate on this one because there's not a great place for me to go a different direction and still be above the base. And I am going to cross over the base like this. That way I can set up a station right here if I want. At some point we'll probably tear this base down and move all its materials over to the new base. But for the time being, let's not worry about it too much. Let's just focus on our goal. If I get distracted again, we'll never get anything productive done today. I'm going to bring this all the way up that I can before I turn in to head over to that iron. Somewhere right in here is starting to look good, though. Maybe I will put the corner in here. We'll start seeing how close, to this big rock formation I am. It always catches me off guard. I could have gone closer than we did. Do that. I don't want to be too close. So just to remind myself of where my curves are and the fact that it's a 3x3 curve, I'm leaving a little bit of space there. Fall off. Let's go cut some trees down. This is probably a mistake, so how am I going to get back up there? That high, which is probably a good thing. Alright. Iron, here we come. Now, in my head, I'd always intended to have things like stay more grounded for the bases themselves, but I think we can just build a little like factory here, a little elevator, not even a factory, to bring our materials up to the train station. I'm gonna want just a little bit more platform here, though, before we get into all that. Something like that's going to be pretty good. And then the train station was somewhat wide. made here. I don't remember exactly, so I'm gonna place these down, and then transport, train station. Oh, I need one more on either side. Okay. We'll get the platform down here, and then we'll worry about how this all works out. So if we have the station, and the station goes like so. I'm trying to figure out how I want to line this up. I line it up like that. That gives me a little bit of room to move around it. There's our man array. And then I need 2 of these freight platforms behind it. I'm gonna name this what? Iron Depot? Iron/Copper Depot? I'm gonna need some power up here, which might be a little bit of a problem. Let me set this out on the side. That's gonna be way too long. Oh, I can actually get it down there. Let me change this out to a 4-meter platform, and I can zip it down vertically. Perfect. All right. Oh no. Now I've got at least a point of reference to work from. We can switch over to this while we're working now. And this whole facility very soon is going to be very different. All right, let me get rid of this tree that's in our way. Let's figure out how we're going to bring this material up and down and back and forth and all that good stuff. So I need to put down the 2 freight. Oh, we put the freights down wrong. Let me switch these around. So we're definitely loading from this side. And I think I'm gonna need at least one more row, of platforms here. This will give me enough room to bring the materials up and manage the belts and all that good stuff. Worry about aesthetics later. This freight platform down wrong again. There we go. I'm gonna put down a conveyor floor hole. I'm trying to think if I want it to run off of this like so. That way, if I put a wall on the inside to make this look more factory-like instead of a floating thing, will be good. Hey, Farmer Trio, how you doing, man? All right, like so. And then this will be like iron and copper, and then I can just feed the ore right into here. Which means I can come down a ways, grab myself some 4-meter platforms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good to know. So I'm going to have a bunch of materials coming there. Let's go ahead and actually put down some walls because I'm having a hard time visualizing all this. Spot. How am I in the wrong spot? Okay. That's probably a good thing. Means that these are all going to come up a level. I should probably get these trucks shut down. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. This one's gonna run down there. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. They're all in the wrong spot anyway. Get my walls going. All the way down. And I am gonna want the floor at this level because otherwise I'll have the cliff side poking through. So this is kind of my factory level for bringing materials in and out, and this is going to need to be at least 2 wide. Alright, I like how this is looking so far. We can probably just have this continue across, make like a little basement area in here. I'm pretty sure the trucks will fit still. Let's find out. Yep, no problem. Okay. But all of this other stuff needs to change. Awesome sink can go away for sure. Man, our whole factory is going to go down as part of this. I guess that's okay. I'm just worried about losing my raw materials. So I want to make sure I've got this sorted out, and we're going to be able to run all this over there before we do that. I'm going to finally set up our second Mark II miner if I can find the materials necessary. I need 2 portable miners to do that. And then I'm going to use the blueprint dismantle mode to tear all that down. Alright, trucks. It's your last, your final hurrah here. We're going to follow you back to base and shut you down. Get you out of my way. We had a good run with the trucks. We really did. But I think the train is going to be so much more efficient. So rather than shut the truck stations down, actually, I think what we're going to do is just shut down the production first. I do not have the inventory for this. Did I hook the train up yet? Can I run my train over here? I did hook the train up. Okay. Train, timetable, trains, stations. I'm not hooked up to it. Okay. Let's go run the train track and get the train over here real quick before we tear down too much more of this. railway. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Alright, we didn't think this through. We'll do better next time. Power? Yes, please. Am I sure that this is hooked up? It should be. Alright. It just took a minute to get going. Hold control down. Click and drag. You might want to put a bunch of building materials in boxes before you tear the machines up. That's probably a good idea. That's why I wanted to bring the train over, is just to seed it with ore. I've got most things in my dimensional depot pretty stacked up at this point. And the factory itself should run for a while here on the materials that it has. Oh, now this is going to be a problem, so I need to not do that. It's end perfectly there. And then that should come to right here. Keep going. Let's get this railway built. I feel like once we've got this initial train going, we're going to be able to do so much stuff so quickly compared to setting up this initial base with blueprints and everything else. I should be able to just slap down huge chunks of the new base. We'll get this Mark II blueprint designer set up over there and just crank out the factory. Oh, I don't know why I've got no power. There we go. Seems to be a little glitchy from time to time. Music's not half bad. All right. Almost to the final curve. Oh, I did it again. All right. Hold control, line it up. Bring my curve around. All the way into the base. We're almost there. Okay. How annoying. We'll just run backwards here. I don't know why it didn't pick up doesn't pick up the power sometimes. Oh, there we go. Should be getting close enough to the base power now to be good to go. all hooked up. Where's my train? Oh, it's way over there. We're gonna go grab the train. We're gonna drive it back here, and I'm gonna see if I can put an engine on each side and have it just go back and forth. Electric motive. There we go. Haven. Open train menu. Choo-choo. Looks like my train is using 33 megawatts of power around the curve, at least. I suppose it probably uses more when you're going up hills and around corners and things like that. Get this guy set up over here. We're gonna see how this works. F to dock. Docking. Okay. Let me see now about... Can I not load things into here manually, though? Oh, wait, there I can. So, like, this would be all iron ores. And then if I push F to dock, I grab a container, right? It. It's a little slow. Okay, can I see what's in the container when I'm out? I can't. Okay. Well, in that case, I think we're good to get started. It's going to be iron and copper. And we're gonna get rid of these at a blueprint level. Okay. Hopefully I've got the height to get up here. I do. Look at that. It works perfect. And then all the copper's going in here. This stuff is kind of wasted, but we'll deal with that in a little bit. I'm going to let the trucks kind of keep running and seeing if they can get all of the stuff out of these stations, because that's a lot of materials there. But while that's happening, I can definitely tear these things down, so let's do that. Different mode. Regular mode. Alright. Dump some stuff off and set up this train. I want to see the train actually go back to the other side here as well at some point. How big are these boxes? 1, 2, 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 24 stacks. Or no, I can do math. 32 stacks. I can't hold C down while I'm holding control down. I've got to move and then highlight for deconstruction. Get rid of the blueprints. We're gonna have so many materials. We're full up again. Go dump this junk out. Why am I still going up? I have to say, sometimes this hover pack gets a little bit confused. So let me come over here. Now I'm curious to try the train out. So first we're going to dock, get all the materials brought over, and then we're going to bring up the train menu. And I'm going to edit the timetable. And we're at base ore, or we're at Iron Copper Depot. So I'm going to add base ore, and then I'm going to add Iron Copper Depot. I'm going to hit save. Get an achievement called All Aboard. And it says, next station, base ore, turn on self-driving. All right, let's ride this back and forth because I want to see how this is going to work. I love that it's a decent speed here as well. And it's just power. There's no fuel to manage. It's just simple, super straightforward once you lay down the actual track infrastructure, which honestly isn't that much harder than trying to make a truck course or what have you. So I'm digging this. It's a lot easier. And looking at this, in the future, I can probably only do one extra platform in the corner. I don't think I need the full 3x3. This guy actually knows how to brake in time to get to where he's going. But here we go. Choo-choo! First time table ride. I can't help but remember the Ada's comments when we unlock this. Now, I don't want to get off of the train because I don't know if I'll get back on in time. They're going to dump them over there. And then I should be good to go. There it goes. It's that easy, folks. Oh man, I should have probably set one of these up as soon as we unlocked it and just not monkeyed around with trucks at all. You should left click. I love it. I should put up a crossing with like a truck route that crosses the railroad track just so that I can hold down the horn and slam into a truck at some point. Do trains in Satisfactory run you over remorselessly like in Factorio? Well, the trucks do. I got an achievement for getting run over by a truck earlier in Satisfactory. Let me try that here. And speaking of Factorio, I'm really looking forward to playing the new Factorio update when it comes out later this month. I didn't get in front of it fast enough. All right, we'll have to test this. It's for science. Actually, this guy isn't loading right now. What's he doing? How long does he stay here if there's nothing to pick up? That long. Okay. Well, you know what? We've been riding the train for fun. As it's coming back, we will test that out again. But I'm going to come down here and we're going to keep emptying some of this stuff out so that I can get our copper and iron sent up there. And I will test getting run over by the train when he gets back. I want to get hit at maximum speed, you know? For science. This is one of those where I could control click and highlight all of these, but I feel like if I did, I'd inevitably mess it up and I'd be over here fumbling with it anyway, so we're just going to do them one at a time real quick. Oops. Let's keep the factory hooked up best as I can. That one's being fed by that branch, so we're good over there. And I've had so many new belt upgrades and stuff since we last built this factory that we'll have to do some upgrades from the miners and stuff. Alright, let me get up here before the train gets back. I don't know how long the train takes. But I can see it moving on my mini-map here. Yeah, it's coming back now. Alright, here we go. This will be our scientific run. I can always catch a ride back on the train. That'll be the other nice thing, is catching a ride back. Far enough away, he shouldn't be braking by the point he gets here. The silly things I do in video games. Here we go. Doesn't even care. Oh! Didn't even hit me. Well, that's good, I guess. I guess I don't specifically need to clean all of that stuff out. I just need to let the truck stations survive. Yeah, I was expecting the collision like when the trucks run me over, but apparently the train is much nicer. It just phases right through you. Alright, get a few of these at once. Oh, I've got all these things that were on the side of my walls. Okay, almost done. So many belts. So, to get all of our materials up there, what I think I want to do is set up some industrial strength boxes in here. So we will do industrial storage. Can I reach that without having to do the ceiling trick? I cannot. Okay. So what I want to do then is figure out how high an industrial storage box is. And then I think I will put a ceiling in right here. And then we're gonna bring this down. Oh, I need to put a ceiling box in down here too. Spot. Train can hit you, you just have to jump before it hits you. Okay. That makes sense. This is not in the same spot. So is the plan to run iron and copper over in a single train for now? Yes, I think so. Just because we're so close, I don't think that I need 2 different trains to do it. But in the future, it might make sense to have dedicated depots for stuff. If I do it this way, I'm going to have to move the industrial storage box, but that's fine. Organization. Could have always made this bigger and done it a little bit differently, but that's okay. We'll do this. This is iron ore. And then on the other side, we do the same thing. Conveyor, lift, hole. That is set up right here. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this, only on this side. And that was set up centered on this box. That goes so. Work. That's kind of far out there, though. Let me see if I can find a better orientation for this. I do not like that these are 4-meter platforms. That way, and let's get one more row out here. And I'm just going to have the industrial storage boxes point right into these things. If I put it here, will it connect automatically? So let me go get a little bit of copper ore just to find out. Surprised I didn't have any in my inventory. We're so full on stuff. Let's stick something over there just to test. We're testing. We gotta make sure we understand how all this works. My worst nightmare is we set all this stuff up and then I walk away and it's not actually working. Okay, that did exactly what I wanted it to do, so I'm going to set this up in the same spot. Like that. Bring that down over here. And that will be our iron ore. Oh, I added this whole thing. I guess I didn't need to. Now, here's my struggle. If I shifted this over, all of this over 1, I could have them be in the middle of the platform and run a wall with a hole in a conveyor hole in it. And then my whole base would look so much cleaner than it does right now. If I dismantle this, though, I have to. All right, we're gonna have to wait for the train to get back to do that. But we're gonna start moving everything over. I'm gonna back this all up 1 now because it bugs me, and we're using this to understand how this all works, so that after we do a great job on this one, the next time I do this, I can maybe blueprint the station setup and just slap it all down. So that's gonna go there. This is gonna go there. Down, 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 down. Oh, we almost lost ourselves. I don't know why I didn't, like, notice that before when I was putting them down, that it was, oops, off center. Organization. You know what? I need to put these down first so I can visualize it's one off. So. And then when these are down, they stick out about yay far. Organization. Is that centered? That is centered. All right. It's all coming together. I think I got that closer this time than I did the time before. That's okay. It actually looks good there. Gives me a little bit more room to adjust with the wall. How did I not get that lined up? Did I miss the train while I was doing this? I hope not. 4. Oh no. I think I put it on wrong. Hopefully, we can get this all sorted now. Can I adjust timetables from in here? I can. All right, perfect. In that case, down with the train station. We're going to end up just tossing some of these raw materials that are cluttering up my inventory at some point. And problem with the train station is that I need to get it lined up with where it needed to be without the benefit of seeing where my witchmajiggers are going to line up behind me. So was it one back that we moved everything, or one forward? We're about to find out. This is in completely the wrong spot. Do I not have power? Train station's not hooked up. Alright, I'm getting easily distracted here as I try to figure out where this needs to go. Train station. Have a good one, Sean. think I've finally figured it out, folks. I just need to place down one more of these. And then we can line this up on the middle of this track. And then I need to go one forward from this. And then that box, nope, I'm completely wrong. Well, we got it all figured out, except we did it wrong. So let's line this up one more time. And then we'll bring it one back this time. And now we're all lined up. My goodness. There. That goes there. Okay. One step closer. Truck stations are slowly draining themselves. This one's done. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that down. Clean up all these little bobs and bits that we've got here. I'm going to get rid of this stuff that we are going to easily craft when we start setting this all back up. But the ores I'm going to actually bring over here. Actually, I don't know why I'm bothering. We will have our ore containers full faster than I can run this stuff up to the base. So let me just get rid of it all. Okay, looking good. Forgot to hook the train station up though. So let's get power lines going here, and then I'm gonna get back up there. I'm gonna hook up the rail so that we've got power up at the top of this thing. Always something. Okay. This is a loading station. Loading station, and this train station is the iron depot. Timetable for this train, edit timetable, add iron depot, save changes. And I suppose technically this is the iron/copper depot. Goodness. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go down here and start feeding our iron into here now. We did all of this cleanup so that I can simplify this a little bit. We're going to put conveyor walls in. Got a 1x conveyor wall and a 1x conveyor wall there. Take these out like so. And we will just run this down to the ground for easy access right now. It's going to be in the way for that truck running the copper. That's okay. I think it's time that this whole thing just went away. And all of those bars go away as well. drop the copper in here just because I have it. This, and let's start running some belts. So, first off, this is going to run right into there. This truck is going to not exist anymore. That out of the way, we need to run some of the iron in here. I'm gonna grab this and we're gonna run it this way. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I'm gonna turn this miner around. Miner Mark II. And then we're gonna merge all of these into the same line here, so I don't think they all line up perfectly, but that should be good enough. Oops. That's gonna go there, that's gonna go there. This is gonna come in here. And this is gonna run all the way down here and into there. All right. Miner needs power. So we'll bring in 240 a minute in off of each of these lines without any overclocking. What kind of logistics am I looking at right now? I've got 780. So 240, that's 486, 720. So we are capable of taking these all in on a Mark V right now. Looks like this one might have just had a backlog that it's working through. Okay. And then I've got another one over here that we haven't even started leveraging yet. Let me rotate this one too. Production, miner Mark II. Let me go merger in here. At some point, I'm going to get better belts to be able to keep this moving. We can also run multiple belts in too when the time is right. But for now, I don't think our train is going to be able to keep up with this as it is. This isn't pretty. Maybe I will run some platforms over here real quick since we're over here trying to improve the aesthetics. And I will do this. So we run this. This thing isn't square, is it? Alright, we'll do it. Where's my foundations? We're fixing everything today. Miner Mark II. Belt to here, and then belt to where belt is too steep. I know it's steep, that's why I'm trying to fix it. How do I get it to go up and down? I know what I'm gonna do instead. Got another miner I'm gonna run anyway. So let me come up here and figure that out. Hopefully that's not too tall. We'll get this other miner run, and then everything will get easier as we connect the things. Perfect. Okay. You need to go away, sir. I run this down on its own. Alright, so I'm going to put a merger down right here. Facing that way. Let's see if I can connect these. Not so much. I'll put a merger down there, and then I put that there. Can I? It's too far from the edge. That's what I was worried about. Okay, move the merger over. We've got a plan, folks. We're just trying to fully execute on it. We can do this. And then that run. Alright, this is gonna work. Boom. And I'm gonna put the power for this right up on the corner. So, clean this all up. All right, we're making progress. Would like to run this down the middle. Through that just slightly, but that's okay. All right, all that ore is run. All this ore is run. This can connect to there. Can't believe that the thing keeping me supplied in concrete is still back here. At some point, I guess I can add a third freight up here for concrete. That might be interesting. I'd actually probably move the train forward and add one more compartment here, because adding another one back there is going to be a little tricky. All right, let me think about that. Meanwhile, we are cranking on ore. Just trying to get the stuff out of my inventory real quick. I don't know why I'm wasting my time. Okay. all these are backed up. This line is not big enough for all the ore we've got coming through, which is a good problem to have. We'll worry about lime in a little bit here. Limestone and concrete. I want this running back and forth, getting our stuff to the base. Timetable. Our next stop is Iron Copper Depot. So the train is coming back. I don't see the train being highlighted here for me. Oh, wait. No. Train timetable. Oh, because I'm looking at it wrong. This is our train. This is where we're at. Perfect. Well, we're just going to wait for the train to catch up, and we're going to take that back and start working on processing these raw materials. We are pumping in iron ore as fast as we can. Same with the copper. Don't think it's going to be fast enough to be full by the time the train gets here, though. We're about to find out. Need to find some more tapes. I've seen that there's some really cool music included in the game. Alright, so we're not quite 2/3 of the way full with the copper there right now. A little bit further with iron, but not far enough. These boxes are loading up. Can I hop in the train without taking it over? I think I can. I guess the good news is that the other depot's probably getting close to full by now. So even if our train is taking everything that was there, we're probably topped off and it won't be a big deal. A quick and easy ride back up to town. This whole base factory setup here with the space elevator, it's almost kind of sad because I've cut off all of its supplies now, which means, well, there's a hard drive spot there, that it's no longer going to be getting any raw materials, so it's just going to slowly die off on its own. It served us well up through 3/4 of the game. On the wrong side. So we're not quite full on the copper or the, oh no, why is there mixed materials in here? Yeah, taking copper out of that one to put it back in over here. Did I switch it at some point? Must not be able to interact with this while it's doing the transfer. Okay, let's figure out what the heck's going on here. This is all iron ore. This should be only iron ore. Or only copper ore. I think I must have put the wrong one in the front before. That's my only guess. So let me go ahead and get rid of what's in my inventory. So this is copper. This is iron. So now I need to pull stuff out and send it to the next floor up for processing. Or, hear me out, we might have put our our freight platforms on the wrong side. Do I just put it down here and immediately process it on this floor? No, I want the option to bring more trains in if I want at a later point in time. So we are going to build this floor out and start bringing materials up. Just making sure I didn't mess up the height in here yet. Looks good. Good thing about doing stuff this way is I'm not just building floors for hours on end. I'm, building some floors and then going and doing something else, and all my materials have restocked in the dimensional depot while we've been off and dealing with cleaning up the iron supply and setting up the train and stuff like that. So this is actually going to work out pretty well. To get materials brought up here. I want to make sure the train's not messing me up too. Only got copper there, only got iron here, so it's coming out of the other places the right way. See what it does now that it's back here. And I'm going to be bringing materials up, and I think I want to bring all the materials up in the backmost part of the wall here. Yeah. Okay, train's on its way, and my materials still look like I expect them to. So here I have a similar thing with the other side. Is I should have centered these freight platforms. But I don't care enough. We're going to run with it the way it is. I've got plenty of room here. So if I have my outputs there and there, right here, I will put a floor hole in right here, skip one, and put another floor hole in. Oops, don't get caught up and have our jetpack mess up on us. What was that? I saw like a giant ball of electricity for a second. Alright, basic wall. Want to make sure that when I run these up to the next level, that everything looks good. Can't nudge it, of course not. Copper, iron. I don't know what we're doing with it yet, so we're just gonna run it here. And then I think what we'll do, since this is laid out this way, is I will manifold off that way for copper and that way for iron in the base. Get this all going. And I think I want to think about this. if I look at my smelters, there's the train. I'm gonna set this down here for a second. Let's think about this. If I bring in my materials, because those are mergers. Yeah, so this is my output. I can run a nice long string of them here. Now, if I really wanted to optimize this, I would build smelters on either side of one input line. Do I have a blueprint designer up here already? No. Let's put one down. Blueprint designer. Blueprints. Smelter for... Can I get 2 of these in a 5 space? Let's see. I can half nudge that. And then if I put this down here, can I half nudge? Nope. Okay. I can get a full 8 set up here though to test with. Okay. I like it. Because what I want to do is welcome back, Bionic. What I want to do here is get a double wide setup, like a mirrored setup here. We're going to run it down, and I'm going to have materials coming out both sides so that I'm only running one input belt. Or do I just want a single line that runs for a while? Oh man, decisions. I think we're going to go just with the one line. I don't think I'm going to double up on the left and the right. So I think from a base design perspective, I want stuff always flowing like away from the belt, or away from this original ore line. So let's upgrade this stuff all to Mark V belts so that I'm not using old school speeds on things. I'm gonna move my power poles to the other side so my wires aren't always clipping through the machines, because that does bug me a little bit. And this is like that point in the game where we've got access to all the things. So I want to start leveling up our blueprints a bit. Getting ready for endgame here. Set this stuff up once and forget about it, if you know what I mean. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Those up to each other. Okay, looking good. So that's 8. I've got all Mark V belts here, I think. I remembered to hook them up in the middle. And we're going to run all the materials back to the same side that we started on, so that when I start the next line of whatever we're building, I'm always feeding stuff in from the right-hand side. I think this is good. So we are going to call this smelter 8x. Right in / out. And it doesn't like slash. Dash? Ampersand? No. Dash. Select. Smelter. Select color. Oh, preset colors. I want to make, I want it to pop out compared to the other ones. But maybe I'll just let it be blue. Okay. Let's go. Right in and out. Right? That's what we did. 8x right in and out. Whoa, that's huge. I want to leave some space over there. I want this to line up with the middle. I think that's going to be good to go. So then this comes in like so. Bringing all the iron ore in, which means I need iron ingots. I've got to change my hotkeys. At some point I made it Control-C, Control-V to copy and paste settings. And in hindsight, that was a bit of a mistake. I really should have just left it to whatever the defaults were. Walls, I'm gonna bring more walls up here because it's gonna help me visualize what we're trying to do. And well, the reason I'm bringing the walls up is so that I can put a wall outlet on here. We're gonna do a Mark II. And I'm going to put them at approximately the same height as this. Where's the divider in the wall? Is that right there? And then I need to figure out how to get power down here from somewhere else. So let's just run this down the way here a ways. No idea what the plan is with this right now, so I'm just trying to find something to connect it to. Just to get the factory started. Okay, so each of these is handling 30 a minute, so that's 60, 120, that's a 240 line. And I'm bringing in way more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna at least get the doubles set up right now. And that means I'm gonna get a few more platforms set up. And once we've got all of this iron, we're gonna figure out what we're doing with it. Now, I don't want to get into the habit of just building lower level resources for the sake of building them. I want to start figuring out what advanced thing I need and how much I need to support that. That way we're not over-committing our resources, our ore and our ingots and stuff. Because sometimes I'm going to need ore to do different things, and sometimes I'm going to need ingots to do different things of the different materials. I think I've awkwardly made this expand past the edge of our factory. Alright. So I can run one more of these. And let's face it this way, I think. H. That looks pretty good. That hooked up, and then I gotta connect between these two. And then I need to each of these guys going. And I've got a whole line of green lights. That's perfect. We got a whole bunch of ore coming through. So that's now a total of 480 ore, I think, that I'm processing. 30, 60, 120. Yeah, 480. So with all of that ore, what are we going to do with it? Well, we're going to do a few different things. First off, I want to build a bit of a buffer with our industrial storage so that we can make sure that we've got plenty of materials when we need them. Because with the trains and such, this is going to be a little bit, what do you call it? Stuff's going to come in waves, so to speak, right? And we want to make sure that we've got plenty of materials to send out to different things. And so that should provide a nice buffer. Similarly, I kind of want to buffer the ore as we're bringing it in here, just in case we do get overflow. So I'm going to shut that down. And I'm going to put one of these right here. I'm going to set this up in such a way that this thing goes right into it when we bring it up out of the floor. Like that. Okay. No, I have a little bit in my inventory. I know these are gonna like buffer, so I'm just trying to help the manifold out a little bit, so to speak. It'll all catch up though. And then these ingots are coming out and we're rapidly filling up this buffer. And since we've got so much space in here, I'm not worried about like leaving myself a little bit of room in between each of these. We're going to run some constructors next for handling, you know, like I think before I was doing iron plates like this where I had them on both sides. I don't think we're going to do it that way anymore. I think I'm going to take a more one-sided approach to things. So we're going to go up top here and work on a blueprint again for some of these basic components. And somewhere in this base, I want to set up a, I don't know what we're going to call it, like a shopping mall where I have each individual type of material that I want to go into a dimensional depot. And so we'll set up a storage container that's just going to store a buffer of all the materials in the game with dimensional depots hooked up to them, which will help me out a lot. So this was our smelters. Let's see how many iron I can get out of this. So clear the designer. let's see how constructors go. So this is looking good. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. And we will be bringing in materials again from the right. So let's get all these splitters set up. And then we'll be bringing them back over to the right like we did before. Alright. And then power's on the back here, so let's find a nice central-ish location for this. Can I sneak one in right there? Actually, I'm gonna upgrade that to a Mark II. There we go. And now we've got 5 constructors. Inputs, outputs, and power all wired up. Save this. This is 5x. Before I do this, I just want to see how did I do this right in, out. Constructor 5x right in dash out. Constructors, select icon, save blueprint. And downstairs we go to see if this all works out how we think it should. Constructor 5x, rotate to the right. And then let me just center this output, or input I should say. Yeah, that should give me plenty of space, I think. Let me make sure this didn't bleed over. Nope, I think that's good. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Helps if we connect the bottom to the bottom. And then I need some walls. And I need one of these doohickeys. Here, I'm going to take it over to here. Got lights are red. Why is that? Oh, I know what it is. This is going to be iron plates. Let's get started with that. Okay. And that's 5x, so that would be, what, 150 iron ingots a minute that we're doing to make 100 iron plates a minute. I can always expand this, but we're gonna just go with what we have, and then like the other side, I'm going to line this up in such a way that we've got a full setup between us. I'm going to run that into here, and this is going to be my first dimensional depot of the new facility. Helps if I have the Sam whatchamajigger. Let me go up here. I think I've got a thing. No, I don't. Well, we're about to have a crafting bench right here. Get this Sam fluctuator stuff in my inventory. This is one of those recipes I should start making, probably. I can make these steel pipes with iron only now, I think, which is going to be a great recipe for freeing up some of our coal for other things at some point. Oops. Organization, Dimensional Depot. I miss when the Dimensional Depot was up at the top. I hate that all the aesthetic stuff here is taking over. I wish I could reorder these, but it is what it is. Okay, now we're uploading plates from here, and I have a buffer for plates. I'm just trying to think, like, ideally this would have continued down. How do I want to do inputs and outputs? Before I get too far along here, let me think about this. Because this very well, I might need more iron for different things further down the line here. And I don't want to be running things all over the place. Maybe for these outputs I should have piped them up in the air and had that come into the second level here, but put my containers off one and let the raw materials run down the outside. Yeah, so if the raw materials ran down the outside, that actually would, oops, work better. Don't put the boombox down. Just shuffle this stuff over real quick. Here we go. Alright, so if raw materials come down the outside, then I can always put a splitter here. I can always run some out of the top if I get to a point where I'm splitting too much for my belt capacities. I like it. I feel like I haven't left myself enough room though. So I'm gonna tear this down for a second. What I would like to do is for my subsequent lines here, I want to be able to leave my, I don't want my buffers blocking everything. I want more room here. So if I was placing these down again, this is where they were, but what I want is when the stuff comes out on the end, I want enough room to put an industrial storage container down and not have it block my path here, so that I can bring stuff out and have a main bus, so to speak, somewhere over here on this line as well. So that means I need at least 2 tiles away here. Let's do 1 over, and this needs to be centered here. Let's see how this feels. That, and then I'm going to bring in organization, industrial storage container. I think that's going to work pretty well. Then we put our dimensional depot on top of that. And now I can bring stuff out into, you know, some kind of a main bus here if I wanted to. And then on the back line here, this goes there. And then these all need to be hooked back up. And be set back up. Iron plates galore. Okay, let me now set up the copper on the other side of this. So we're going to get rid of that real quick. Set that up. How did I mess that up? I never know. Goes. Lots of copper coming in, good deal. And then I need the opposite version of these smelters up and running. I need left in, out. So we'll go up here real quick and see if I can find the quickest way to do that. I think it's going to be using my old blueprint. Clear designer. Stuff. Build blueprint. Left in, out. And need a half offset there. Here. And let's do some upgrades. Okay. Melt's done. Now I have 8 left in, out. Let me just make sure, what is this other one called? Smelter 8X left in out. Smelter 8X left in out. Select icon. Save. I'm gonna leave it there in case something's wrong and I need to make a change. Okay, Q, blueprints, smelter 8X left in out. Lines up, looks good. Get some more platforms down because, oops, we have a mess. Get our left and out. Turn on our light. It's getting dark in here. It's kind of hard to see. 4. Something like that. Put the belts up. Bring the materials back. Put the power up to there. And I should be able to hook the power up to there, I think. It clips a little bit. It's fine. Alright, what am I missing? Why is this not working? Oh. You gotta send the materials in there, folks. And then we gotta pick a material to make. There's a lot of them. I need more hands. I think I copied an empty one by accident. Alright, let's try this one more time. Now we're making lots and lots of copper ingots. And then if I do the same thing we did here, over here, what did I do? I centered that on this. And it's centered on that. Alright. Put it right in on the bottom. And we're good to go. And then outside of it, I'm going to do this now so I don't forget and struggle later. Is put the splitter down. Now I've got lots of copper stuff. Similarly to this, we're going to go up and switch our constructors around. Now I don't have a easy mode to do this, so I'm going to pull that off, and then we're going to load constructor 5X, and I'm just going to manually switch everything around. So instead of going this way with everything. Alright, come here. There we go. I'm gonna get rid of all of these. Oh, I guess I should have got rid of these because I won't auto hook back up to them. And then over here, we gotta get rid of the belts. Nope, not that. Nope, nope, nope. Get to that belt from out here. That's probably why I didn't do it on the other side. Stop picking up the designer itself. It's always something, folks. The game is out to get me. Alright, splitters on the back side. This is left in and out this time. It was right before. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing this right. I already forgot which way they were running. mergers are going to go the same way. Hang on. Constructor, right in, out. I'm going the wrong way. Need a left in, out. Let's try again. Left side in. Splitting my oars into the back of the machines. And then we're merging them back to the left. Alright, let's see if I get it right this time. Left. It'll be so nice once we've got these blueprints done though, so I won't have to do this part that much anymore. We're slowly making our lives easier, one step at a time here. Alright, this is 5x constructor left in out. Left in out. Save. Clear. Now this is going to be making our wire, and then we're going to take that and make cable with it because we use both of those, and I don't have a particularly good setup for that right now. Now, like I did last time, I want to start this off on this row instead. Still centered. Yes. That will give me plenty of space for the buffers coming back out of it. So let's grab one of these. And I will bring some power. I want to keep the power kind of isolated here, so I'm going to bring that back here and use that. Wire. Wire. And then we'll put in our organization box and good to go. For the box over there. I think I just backed it up as close as I could. It's the kind of thing where it pays to pay attention now and make sure everything's lined up so that when we're building other parts of the base, it's all good to go. Alright. Got wire coming in, and then I'm going to need to do cable. So I'm going to put down another row for cable right behind it. Come on. I'm just going to line it up in exactly the same spot. The same way where it's centered right on the middle of that plate. that's gonna let me put down a splitter. I can feed that right into here. Figure out this wall situation. All right, right there I need a wall outlet. I need some recipes. This is going to be cable. Okay. This helps if you hook it up. I'm just trying to figure out why I'm not getting any copper wire down the line. Give me some power. This takes, wow, 60 per minute. We're definitely not feeding that much into here right now. I don't know that I'd ever need this much cable, but I'm gonna let this these kind of things just run inefficiently for the time being. I can always expand this and add a bunch more wire. In fact, maybe we'll start with 2 runs of copper wire. We use a lot of copper wire, and we have excess copper at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put 2 more of these down each way. That down. That down. Copper. We need left. Oh, not smelters. Constructor left in out. Here. Everything appears to be lined up. Oops. Don't forget to connect both sides. Connect the power to the power. And copy the recipes. To go. Making wire. Alright, folks, we have got a lot of wire coming in. That depot is good. If I'm making 30 per minute on each of these, and then I'm using 60 per minute here, we should have a pretty even supply of copper wire now for copper wire to cable. And then I need to do this. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make this little setup a blueprint real quick, because I keep doing the exact same thing over and over again. And I'm tired of it. If it can save me 10 clicks for, you know, the hundreds of times I'm going to end up doing this, it's probably worth it. So we start with an industrial storage container. I'm going to center it in my blueprint for unknown reasons. I'm going to put a dimensional depot on top of it, and that's going to have one of those, and then I'm going to have a splitter coming out of this box. I'm always going to want the option of running multiple materials. Okay. Storage, buffer, dimensional depot. about this? Take that. We don't need so many words. I'm going to use this picture for it, though, so that it catches my eye. Drives me nuts that that's like the one screen in the game that I can't hit escape to get back out of. Okay, so just like before, now I can grab this and it should line up with the other one, but alas, we're not quite there. There we go. That looks right. And then all I've got to do is pipe this stuff into there. And we should be uploading cables. And I've got the cable option to come out. I think we're good to go. So we now have the basics. Not, we're not back to where we were before in the other base, but I have all of the iron that I could possibly want and the copper that I could possibly want being brought up here via train. And that's awesome. Let's go downstairs real quick. I'm curious. Oh, we're actually unloading a train right this moment. I'm kind of curious to see how full these are after we drop off. I don't see anything coming out, so I'm definitely not hit the buffer yet. We've got room upstairs. That's full. That's full. Or maybe it just stops unloading while the train is actually transferring freight. That's more likely. Yeah. Okay, so iron's definitely buffered. Copper's going to be soon. Yeah. Looking good. We're catching up. It's we're using a lot of copper with these lines right now, but we're gonna have to look into unloading via both of these and getting multiple lines brought up here at some point, which I already regret putting this so close to the edge like this, because if I were to bring another pipe up side by side, I'd want room to get it piped in correctly. We might end up moving all of these smelters back off of the wall at some point, just like we did the constructors. But we've made a lot of progress here, so I am going to start working on some more floors real quick. And we'll have room to do more things on this level. At least one line for iron rods. I've gotten away from using iron rods in a lot of recipes. I don't know if we'll ever be able to get rid of that completely. But we do still have recipes and stuff that require them, so I want to make sure we have a production line set up right now so that I can have them in the dimensional depot. Run out of electricity to stay floating here pretty soon. Oh, nope, we picked up another tower somewhere. Oops. Gotta be super careful to not put these on top. Where is my base on the map? We're right above this lake in the middle of the map because I'm trying to stay central to the map as we start going out and doing different things. I was going to build it out here over the ocean, but it's just so far away from everything else on the map that I felt like I'd spend a lot of time traveling back and forth when I want to explore later on. So I figured by having it be right here in the middle, we're in a really good spot to branch out and explore and just bring things back into the center of the map. So we'll see how it works out, but that's a theory at least. down here and square this off. Oh, I got 3 more past there. Perfect. All right. Next run, iron rods. Okay. Right in out. 5 constructors. Good there. I always bring my stuff in centered on the tile. Splitter. That's centered on the tile, yep. So this goes to here, this goes to there. Holy buckets, my watch just exploded with like a dozen notifications. I guess my phone fell asleep and I got 2 hours worth of notifications all at once. We're gonna bring a wall over here so that I can run my power like I've been doing. Okay, we've got power. Let's do iron rods. Wait, we don't have power. Doesn't help to run power if you don't hook it up. Paste 4, 5. Okay, now we've got the iron rods. We can bring over the blueprint. This is gonna go missing material. Oh, Sam, whatever it is. I've got a crafting table. Sam fluctuators. I need to set up production for this. I'm tired of having to do it, but we're gonna have to get a train over to where I'm bringing the sand ore out of the caves in order to do it. Which wouldn't be too bad, because we're already most of the way there with the train that's handling the iron and copper. I'm wondering how hard that would be to have like one main train line, and then when I get to the station where I'm going to do my loading and unloading, like I branch off and the station's there, so all my trains are running on one line with the signals, and then they just wait in their station until their next line is cleared. I wonder how that would work. Well, I'm not too worried about it. We're barely we've barely gotten the resources for one. There's a SAM node in a cave right next to me. That figures. Because mine's all the way over by my steel right now is where I'm bringing it out at the moment. But yeah, if there's one nearby, I might just grab it from there instead. I'm gonna put this in right here. I'm surprised I don't get the little arrowy things. It's lined up as far as I can tell. Okay. And iron rods are a go. One more item down. This is jamming, but let's change the tape. We've been listening to this one for a while. Okay. What else can we make out of iron ingots? It's a one-step craft. I'm not doing screws unless I need them. iron pipes would actually be a good thing to do. Oh, I mean, I know I'm going to need screws at some point, but piping those out to places is really difficult. Maybe I'll do a single 5 setup for it, just so I have it going into a dimensional depot. I said I was going to do everything. Let's do everything. Okay, so that's that, and then I was just going to do the next one while I'm here anyway. Is that centered? That looks centered. Okay. We're going to think ahead this time, so this is where I normally run my, whoops, power up. Power wall. Grab one of these. Actually hook them up to the power first this time. Run this to here. That to there. To there, and get rid of this random hole in the middle of the world. Okay. Then we're gonna need some splitters. There and there. This up to that, that up to that. Okay. First ones first, these are cast screws. And then over here, I'm gonna do alternate iron pipe. All right. Set up my output buffers. Oops. So if I push the right keys, get it all lined up right. I wish when I looked at something and hit the middle mouse button to copy it, that it would copy the blueprint if it was a blueprint when I placed it down, or that there was a button I can push to do it blueprint style instead of this. That's okay. I could just set up a hotkey on my toolbar too, but who's got time for that? Alright, those are uploading now. My remote facilities are going to get so much easier to manage now because I'm just bringing in the raw resources. I'm not having to monkey with the finer detail at the satellite facility. I can optimize here then as well. I'm trying to look at the power grid. Okay, power grid's still great. No concerns whatsoever. All of these are green. We're keeping up with the world. Train is just leaving, I think, so the buffer looks good. Yeah, we are incredibly well buffered here. This belt looks like it's bent when I look down at it from above. Oh, it's from the side, okay. Man, I'm feeling great about our progress today. What other pure copper inputs do I have? Oh, sheets. Man, our factory's not big enough. Should have left more room to do some copper stuff. So what I don't want to do is put a different material down at the end of something and then not be able to expand it later on. So we're going to need to figure out where I do some copper sheets. Maybe I just expand the base a little bit here. I didn't want to build around this thing, but you know what? When you need the room, you need the room. You can copy a blueprint by blueprint dismantle mode, then middle click. Oh. So if I'm in blueprint dismantle mode and then I middle click, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Thank you. All the little tricks that once you know them can save you so much time in this game. We'll do that one. It'll just be a feature of the base. Bum, ba-da-bum. Left in, out. And forward 2. And that one's taking those in right away. Technically, this is like a secondary build. I should have probably done this on the next floor up was my original intention, but I'm not stressed out about it. What I am stressed out about is getting this to line up like the others have. There we go. Okay. I was worried I was going to have to move my pillar. And copper sheets. Let's get some walls going. It's power hooked up. Did copper sheets here. Oops, let's copy that over. And then I'll put down this. Yeah, that was, oops, oh, I messed it up. So much easier though. Love it. We are good to go now. So this is 20, 40, 60, 100 I'm using there. These are 15 a minute, so whatever. All right. We are awesome. We're not even putting a dent in our backlog here. I see a lot of yellowed ones down here, but it's because they're full, not because they're empty. Yeah, we're doing great, folks. Jam into some music too. I think I now have all of my base copper and iron materials sorted. Let's just take a quick look at copper ingot. Wire, copper sheets, Yep, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, this is so awesome. Feels good. Let's get some more floors put down, though, while we're here. You know, it's funny, as I stressed out about how the base was set up here and moving everything back away from this cliff, and then I'm building this way anyway. Can I kill these things? Apparently, no. I bet you I could blow them up with a grenade. Oh man, concrete's an upload problem for me now. Noblisk, yeah. Because what I don't want is, I don't want these, them making gas into the base. Didn't exactly go away. There we go. Okay. In that case, we'll run this a little bit closer to the line. Looking good. And off we go. All right. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. We've got all the stuff lined up and ready. We need a second floor, and this floor completed at some point too, but let's go get some concrete. It's been a bit since we ran out of concrete. My iron plates are keeping up. Concrete's back at the ore base. I guess let me see if the train's around. It's not. Well, I can always grab the dune buggy, I suppose. And I'm just looking at all the power lines ran everywhere. I don't know what's going on down here, to be honest. Probably tear half of those down at some point, but needed to look at the MAM. We had a hard drive cooking, I think. Let's go check that really quick while I'm thinking about it. We've been going for 3.5 hours, and I think I've found one hard drive. Oh, that's the hub anyway. Where's my MAM? We overshot it. There's a hard drive. We're looking kind of full. Ooh, sloppy aluminum. Yay! I think this is a really good recipe, if I remember correctly. Bauxite and water to make aluminum solution without the silica offshoot, so I don't have to deal with it. I'm gonna get it. I like it. Although our entire aluminum setup right now is inefficient because I got a different recipe as well, which is for aluminum scrap. I have an alternate that'll go straight to ingots now, where I don't require the silica as an input. So it might not be as efficient, but it's super simple because then I just need the bauxite and water, because I can go from scrap to ingots, and now I can go from bauxite to water, or bauxite and water without, and it's less bauxite and water to create 12, and there's no silica output. So super streamlined, super easy aluminum setups in the future. That said, did my train come back while I was goofing off here? No. see it moving on the radar, though. Should be here any minute now. Take one moment to clean up the inventory since we're able to pause. Yeah, I didn't think I needed motors. Don't need iron ingots, that's for sure. Everything else seems to be getting uploaded pretty quick here. I'm gonna ditch the copper sheet. Come on, train, where are you at? I wanted a ride. I suppose I could have got my car and just drove over there. All this time waiting for a ride. I can't slide uphill. So unrealistic. Do. Whoa, whoa. Stay on the road, please. And of course, now the train's back. We're going to see if we can beat the train back to the iron copper depot. Racing the train. Find these leftover trucks and take them out. There's one. You, stop. You're not needed. Your usefulness has come to an end, my friend. So I'm gonna let this guy run because the next step, oh, I was getting concrete. We got sidetracked. I was thinking about the steel already. The next step is gonna be to bring the coal back to the base and we'll do our steel smelting right into the base. Where is this depot? There used to be a depot here, now it's a train station that's above me. It's throwing me off. Okay. All the concrete. Rolled the truck again. See if I can as skillfully navigate around these buildings to get back into the backside of our base. This truck and I are headed on a collision course, I fear. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I have to say, this thing handles halfway decently outside of the random tipping over that I've done, but I mean, I guess I could take some blame for that with my driving. The base is starting to actually look like a base, though. That's kind of cool. I like seeing the walls and stuff on everything. And up we go. I think our goal was to start laying down this next floor bit. So, all the way down here. just do. Need some lights at some point in the factory, but lights take up a bit of power, I think. So we're going to have to look carefully at our power consumption as we keep going. We've got plenty of capabilities to build more power. I just don't want to shut everything down in the middle of doing all this base building. I'd rather wait for things to get stabilized. Get all of our factories going again, and then we can focus on that. It looks like I'm building some of the floors in different directions. These floor tiles, despite my initial thoughts, are not actually the same in both directions. That's mildly annoying. It's little things like that that'll come back to bite me later on. I'll be staring at the floor and notice that some of these rows go a different direction than the other ones, and we'll be ripping the whole factory up just to fix it. Not paying particular attention to how far out I'm going over there, because I know it's going outside of what was intended to be the original factory. You know what, I'm gonna cut this off at least one short there. Let's see how that does for us. See if I even go that far, if this is the end of things. Give ourselves a 2-wide buffer all the way around the property, the factory proper. Leave that little tiny hole that I can see through over there. Alright. Finish this floor in, and then I think I'll go back up to the second floor some more. I just want everything to look square and uniform. Alright, there's that, and then, oops. I guess I'll take these all the way around so I've got a visual indicator of where my factory floors are, no matter which side of the facility I'm on. I'm about to lose power in my floaty jetpack thing. Okay. Let's get back up here and do the same with this floor. Take this before the jetpack gives out. I think I might be getting power from the floor above. Look at me planning ahead. Alright, there it is. Back we go. At some point I need to finish the entire bottom floor at least, so that I don't if I fall while I'm working on any of the rest of this, I don't fall all the way to the bottom of the world. A few of these. Actually managed to get low on iron plates. Luckily, we're building a ton of those right now. So we'll just go down here and pick a few stacks up. It's really chill music. I like it. Alright. So this floor is going to be for assemblers. Like lower tier stuff that's a little bit easier to make. And the floor above this will end up being for manufacturers, where we got to take 3 or 4 materials and pull them together. That's at least how I'm envisioning it. We'll see what happens as we actually start putting machines down. I usually like to try and work the other way, where I know what the end destination item is, and then I go set up things to feed into that. But I think here I'm struggling a little bit to think about how I want to lay things out, and I'd rather just have a bus for each unique item, and then we can always make more of it as we need. Leave room to expand kind of mentality. Which, in that case, I'm actually doing this all backwards. I should have started over there where I have a hard barrier to how far I can expand, because I could always build the base wider out over the forest, but it is what it is. I didn't think about it that much. I need more than this much space in a single manifold line of assemblers to make something. I don't know. That's just too much. Materials. I'm kind of curious to, at some point, do the calculation on how much concrete and iron is being used in just structures on my save. Like just like foundations and walls. Oh my goodness, I'm getting motion sickness doing this. Whew. All right. Oh man, I thought I was almost to the end. I'm disheartened. Okay, let's see if I can finish one more thing of it. I've got bones coming up through my bottom floor here. I did not anticipate that, especially because I'm not on the bottom floor. Oh well, we will we'll work around it. It'll be another base feature. So with all this done, let's go back upstairs, downstairs, and take a look at what we got set up. I'm looking at the clock here. It's 3:50. I've got to go get a kid off of the bus here shortly. So let's do a little bit of a debrief. I have set up the trains. We've continued building out this mega base, so I'd say our Friday goals are on track. I think my goals for next episode, which will be Monday, we'll be streaming again on Monday, is to start setting up the assemblers and manufacturers to get to producing the spaceship components that we need, or the space elevator components, I should say. So I think Monday's goals are, let's write them in here as I say them this time, so I'm not trying to think about what they are, is to build Phase 4 manufacturing. And I think we've got all the stuff necessary for at least the first one or two of these. And I want to get limestone, and we're going to train in limestone. And we're going to train in coal. I'm trying to think of what other stuff. We've got quartz, and we have SAM ore over there that we can bring it in from the power station. And then we need plastic and we need rubber brought over. Right now these are drones, so maybe we don't need to train those in on Monday. We can just move the drone hubs. Move drone hubs to Mega Base. I think that's going to be the plan on Monday's to-do list. Bring in the rest of our raw materials that are over on that part of the map and get the drones brought over here and get Phase 4 manufacturing up and running, at least for the things that we can build. I think I can get all of that done in the next stream. Off stream, in my downtime when I'm just putzing around, I'm going to finish building all of the floors on the levels of this base. Just do the straight up concrete work. There's nothing entertaining about watching me lay lots and lots of concrete down, so I can do all of that stuff in my downtime when I'm just looking to putz on the computer in between. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. It was a lot of fun for me. I enjoyed having a handful of people hanging out in chat and talking to me. And if you did enjoy it, hit that thumbs up button. It helps me out a lot. We'll be back on Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time for more Satisfactory. That's all for today. Kedrick out.